What's up everyone, this is Pooka, just bringing you some new updates for the Pokemon TCG Online. Now before, if you played through that trainer challenge, you could get the basic blue, green, and red decks, which honestly were way out of date. So they updated them, and now you can get some new decks. They have the black and white, blue, green, and red decks, and they actually have some pretty useful cards. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to look through the decks, show you what's in them, and tell you that all you have to do is play through the trainer challenge and win 7 games, and then these cards go into your collection. So it's a pretty neat addition, and yeah, we'll just go through the decks and I'll show you guys what exactly is in them. Now unfortunately the view command on this is not very helpful, so what I did was just clone the deck, and ironically enough the edit button gives you a better view of the cards. So we're going to go in here to all cards, and then, hey, now we can actually see the cards. So this is the basic blue deck, which is probably one of the least useful of the 3, but it gives you the nice 3-1 melodic line. This stuff is not very good for competitive play, but I mean, it's nice to have, I guess. You know, you have this line, the Lapras, Samurott, not the greatest. Seismitoad is not even the round one. But, yeah, those are the Pokemon. But, and then we have the low punny line. But we actually have some useful trainers. Crushing Hammer, that's used a lot in the Darkrai decks. You get 2 of those. That's a nice little start to your collection. Energy Switch, we see this card a lot in Darkrai decks as well. And also just in decks in general. This is a very good card, Energy Switch. It's actually hard to come by sometimes. You know, Great Ball, not very good. Probably won't use that very often, but Potion, solid card. And then Tool Scrapper, another pretty solid card used in competitive play. Silent, we don't see that too often, maybe in Blastoise decks, but again, nice to have. But then you get N. This card is in every single deck, so this is nice. You just get competitive cards for free just for playing through the Trainer Challenge. It's a nice reward. We also have EXP Share, which is a playable card, that's for sure. And that's it for this deck. Then you get a bunch of water energy. Not too useful, but yeah, again, I mean, you get some cool trainers: Crushing Hammer, Energy Switch, Potion, Tool Scrapper, EXP Share, N, and Silent. We'll just ignore the Great Ball. But yeah, that's the basic blue deck. And again, I feel like this is the least useful of the 3 probably. So we'll go into the basic green deck. Check out this one. Now again, we don't have too many competitive Pokemon in here. Superior, not very good. Yanmega, pretty bad. Beautifly, it was on Bad Deck Monday once, but not very good. But then we actually get Bouffalant. This is actually a very good card. You know, the Boofer ability and Gold Breaker. I was surprised that they added this card into this deck. Very good card. We can throw this into pretty much any deck, and it's a pretty solid card. So, Bouffalant, that's a great addition to your collection. Watchog, on the other hand, probably not going to be so great. But then we get to the trainers again. And look at this. We have Bicycle. That's a solid card. We see that played pretty often. Level Ball. We see this in electric decks all the time. Random Receiver. Another playable card. Switch. Obviously, that's in a lot of decks. Town Map, not so much. And I found it funny that they've actually gave you 2 town maps. I mean, as if turning over your prizes once wasn't enough. You could do it twice, I guess. Do you flip them back over then? But yeah, then we get Bianca, a solid draw card, and Chorus. I was actually really surprised to see this. I mean, it's from the Team Plasma Storm set, so didn't expect to see this in here. But another solid supporter and Rescue Scarf, which we see in Garbodor decks a lot. And then look at this, we get double colorless energy. So this is really, really cool to see. They are giving you playable cards to use in, you know, actual competitive decks on here. So you don't have to waste too much time getting your competitive cards. You can get this stuff for free. All you have to do is play in the Trainer Challenge. So I was very impressed with this deck, with the trainer lineup in particular. You know, if you beat the Trainer Challenge with all 3 decks, you can actually build a pretty solid deck from the trainers. I mean, you don't have everything, but keep in mind you get the 2 Pokemon catchers from Basic Orange as well. You're well on your way to building an actual competitive deck. So that is the basic green deck. And then we're going to go into the last one, Basic Red, which I feel like is the best one. Now, the reason I feel like it's the best one is, I mean, the fire Pokemon are pretty buff. These aren't great in competitive play, but Blaziken is pretty solid. I mean, a Flamethrower is pretty cool. This Emboar is not too great, but 150 hit points, that's pretty nice. This might be good if you're trying to start off in the game and to build a new deck. But then we have Ninetales. This actually is a playable card. With Bright Look and Hexed Flame, pretty good. And also Eradicate, that's also a playable card, somewhat. But again, we get to the trainers, and what the heck? This is actually good stuff. Energy Retrieval, we see this all the time in Blastoise decks. Energy Search, we see this all the time. Ether, that's a brand new card. I was surprised to see this in this deck. And Ultra Ball. This is in every single deck. So this is a staple card. We also have Charon, pretty solid supporter, just draw 3. And 2 Professor Junipers. That's great. I mean, look at how many supporters you're getting just with these basic decks. And then we have Rocky Helmet, which is not too great, but hey, it's Rocky Helmet. Can't go wrong with that, right? And then we have Fire Energy. So, I mean, to recap, look at what we got. We got Bicycle, we got Ether, we got Ultra Ball, we got Level Ball, Charon, Juniper, Bianca, Chorus, N, Silent, Rescue Scarf, Rocky Helmet. I mean, look at all this stuff. This is great, and it's all free. You just have to play through the trainer challenge. So I would encourage you guys to go ahead and do that. You get a lot of great stuff here for free. So I really like that they're doing this. Now it gives newer players an incentive to play through the trainer challenge, and you can actually get cards for free to start off. So that's going to wrap this up. Just wanted to show off these new decks. I thought it was pretty cool. And good luck to all you guys getting through that trainer challenge. Some of them are a pain in the butt since they do have actual cards. Some of your opponents actually have, like, I remember I faced a Kyurem, I faced Thundurus, Virizion, and then someone dropped an Entei EX on my Snivy. So that was not very fun. But yeah, go have fun with this, and hopefully this was helpful. I am Pooka here from the Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.